Hello, overcomers. Welcome to Overcoming with Jennifer, my weekly Q&A. Today's question is about the topic of loneliness and how do we get out and meet new people? Like, how do we overcome this feeling of being so lonely after the separation from the narcissist, or really from anybody? But of course, we're going to speak specifically to after having left that abusive relationship. How do we get over this feeling of loneliness? And how do we take action? And so I really want to focus today on that word action, because I think this is really at the root of the problem around getting over this loneliness. And it's the root of a lot of the difficulties we have in our recovery from narcissistic abuse. So when we're feeling lonely, which is normal after any separation, it's normal, during a grieving process where you've lost someone, whether to death or divorce or whatever, or even being an empty nester, right? It's normal to feel lonely. But I think the reason why it's so hard for those of us who are overcoming the lasting effects of narcissistic abuse is because we have trouble believing that we really have control over our emotional struggles in life. We have trouble believing that we have the agency and power to overcome any of the obstacles we're facing. And that is because of the brainwashing from the narcissist, that we believe we're not the ones in control. We've always deferred to others. We've deferred to the abusive person. We don't understand that we actually can control these things. So I think at the root of some of that loneliness is, first of all, some trust issues, right? It's hard for us to put ourselves out there and get to know new people. But I think equally as important is this subconscious underlying belief that we actually don't have the control to remedy this feeling of loneliness. So really, my answer to this question is you need to do the work to address that, to address your feeling that you can't overcome this, okay? So, and I believe the person who asked the question also mentioned financial struggles. You don't have money, so you tend to stay at home a lot. Meeting new people and getting out and doing things doesn't have to cost money. If you have a nearby park where you can go and walk, especially if you have like a dog or a young child, that's always, start of a conversation, because they're going to interact with others that you see on your walk. But even if it's just you can interact with people while you're out and about in a place like that is free. And then if you go on a regular basis at the same times, you're likely to see some of the same people. Or maybe if you don't, maybe it's just a chance encounter with someone. You could still have a good conversation and possibly exchange contact information. I know that's rare from one meeting, but you could. Or at the very least, this type of opportunity, just going out and doing something in public, taking a walk in a park, going shopping, you're at the very least going to have some small interactions with other people. Now, it doesn't happen automatically. You have to put yourself out there and be willing to talk to people, right? But even if you never see that person again, that, at least for me, I know I'm an introvert, so it doesn't take as much to fill me up as far as social interaction, but it's better than nothing, right? Even if you're more of an extrovert and you feel like you need more people time and just don't know where to find it, go out and go to a park, go to a store that's your favorite store, go out to some other public place you enjoy being in, and strike up a conversation with someone. This could literally even be at the grocery store. For you who are, busy single moms, like when you're doing your grocery shopping, whether you're with your kids or not, like talk to somebody in the spice aisle, just say something to someone, talk to the cashier, give them a genuine thank you for what a great job they're doing on a busy Sunday afternoon, at the grocery store, working in a tough job that doesn't pay much, have a conversation with people. And I think we tend to minimize, what a big impact that can have as far as filling up our sort of social bucket, like our need for social interaction. And like I said, it's better than nothing, right? So we tend to think like, oh, I'm so lonely, I need to have another spouse, I need to have a significant other, I need to have a best friend that I can really trust. Or we focus on, I thought I had that with him and now it's gone. Or we could focus on, I used to have that with my mother, but now she's deceased. Or my best friend now lives far away and I don't have that. We want to jump to that extreme point of having those close people in our life. if you don't have those people right now, you know, you have to start somewhere, right? Those close relationships don't happen overnight. So start with talking to the cashier at the grocery store. Start by talking to the older woman who walks her little dog every day in the park. You know, that's gonna fill your bucket up some and give you some feeling that I am not alone. There are other people here in this world that I can converse with and just be present with. And then we work towards those larger interactions. So it's all about baby steps here. You know, I also hope that in this online community, you have more of a sense of that togetherness, and that there are people who understand you, people who are here for you. But of course, we also need people in person. So again, small steps, baby steps, no amount is too small. You have the power, you have the agency to do something. You don't have to, you know, perfectionism is big, you know, for those of us overcoming the lasting effects of abuse, right? We procrastinate because we want things to be perfect and right in our eyes, and, you know, to the extreme. Like I said, we want that significant other again. We want that best friend that's really going to be there for us. But start small. You do have control. You have the power to start creating that, but it starts with small steps. So in a couple days, I'm going to come back and talk to you about a writing activity that's really going to help you sort through the details of this and think through some different activities that you could try, some different places that you could go.